Hey Tech World! Today I'm presenting to you a very special guest, not necessarily a person, but we got the MacBook Pro 2023. So this is the 14 inches and I'll be mainly doing the unboxing and some setup as well, and I will try to show you also how's the performance, although I haven't used it, so I will be reviewing maybe that later when I edit this video and how it will perform when I edit this video. So here it is. I haven't opened it at all, so you will be helping me to do it. I really don't know how it is. I haven't opened it at all, so we'll take a look. So there's laptop cover, so we will take this later. And so I think this is something really important. What do you get when you get the laptop in the box? So we can see here that we got a charger. I don't know if it comes with a block. Hopefully it does, but it also comes this manual. Oh, and there's the block. Nice. And nothing else. Now we go to the important part. So I'll continue here. How do I even open it? So there you go. I got the space gray. So we're gonna open it together. Let's see what comes. Oh, I thought it was gonna be the screen. So we can see here the usual setup. We don't understand these languages. Yeah, so English. Next, we are in the United States. It is asking for accessibility options. We don't need any of them, like hearing, vision, or any of those. So not now. Oh, Wi-Fi, nice. I don't know the Wi-Fi. So that first port would be the MagSafe 3. The next one are Thunderbolts for USB-C and the headphone jack. So in this side we have the SD card slot, the Thunderbolt USB-C, another one, and a slot for the HDMI cable, which is really nice because usually these Macs don't have it. By the way, mentioning about the details of this laptop, specifically this one is the one that when you go to Apple and then you click MacBook Pro, and then you go to the 14 inches one, this is a 14 inches, and you will get the one that is in the middle. So it's not the most basic, by the way. Now Apple only sells, at least in the official website, only the M2 chips. This one would be the M2 Pro chip, which is the latest. And then for your information, the next level will be M2 Max, and that's the fastest or best chip for the Macs right now. This one is the M2 Pro, which is one level back, and then there's the M2 Normal, which is even lower, that I think that most MacBooks Air have it. This one is the one in the middle, in the MacBooks 14 inches, M2 Pros. It has a 12-core CPU, 19-core GPU, 16 gigabytes of unified memory, and I got 1 terabyte of storage. Other specs are that it is a 16-core neural engine, 14-inch Liquid Retina XDR display. I already mentioned the ports and the keyboard. I would say that the touchpad is really nice. Compared to other laptops, I would say the Mac does really well. The keyboard, I personally don't really like it. I believe that the keyboards that have a little more depth are better. So that for the keyboard. It has a little notch here, which will be for the camera, and the camera of the Mac, of course, not as good as an iPhone, right? But it is a really good camera compared to other laptops. The design of the computer is light. It's not too heavy at all. It looks kind of heavy, but it's not. It feels like a lot of metal. Like this table feels almost the same as this laptop. Like this really feels like metal. Well, something really interesting about this laptop is that it didn't come with the touch here, the touch bar. I don't know why they did that, but I guess it does the same functions as before. I didn't have one before, so I don't know if it was better or not. I believe it's the same as previous, but also it has a touch ID or a fingerprint, and the rest is pretty similar as you can see on other MacBooks. So just to mention some of other specs, I know that these MacBooks can go up to 96 gigabytes of RAM. That is crazy. That's really good. If you get it, that's really good. You can also go to almost 8 terabytes of storage for the whole storage. You can also use almost 30 CPU cores, like almost also 30 GPU cores. Some of these computers, like if you upgrade them to the max, it will probably go until the 7,000 or 10K price, so you can pay for that. It gets really expensive. This one was $2,300, so $2,300. I got it with the education store. Yeah, definitely MacBooks could be a little bit expensive. I believe they are worth it, especially if you do have the money to pay it, but especially if you want to do an investment, especially for video editing. Sometimes really heavy coding could be useful for. It could also work for some heavy tasks. And also the display of the MacBook is really nice. It has really good colors, and it's a really good CPU plus GPU computer. I already did a video about talking about the iPhone. I didn't talk about the MacBook, but they kind of work the same. I talked about clock speeds, about RAM frequency, why is that important, more than the size of RAM. There are also some really good chips like the AMD Ryzen, the Intel's i7, i9 especially, and some of them are also really good. They are also really expensive. Don't think that just because they are Windows they're gonna be less expensive. Of course, yeah, MacBook are expensive overall, but some of the i9 chips, or if you get a really high Ryzen processor, they will also be really expensive, around $4,000. I have already used the computer, and I have to say that it's magnificent. I have been using it for about 5 or 6 days, and it's really good. Some features are good, some are amazing good, and some are not so good. When you're using it, everything feels fluid, which is something to highly appreciate, because not every laptop can achieve that. The goal with this computer is to use it for video editing mainly, and now I think that it will definitely assist me with that. In short, I used to have the Dell XPS 13, which wasn't bad at all for tasks like university work or going online on the internet, but it was quite terrible for video editing. I used DaVinci Resolve for it, and it was painfully slow with my old laptop. I can say that this computer keyboard is also very good. I was complaining about it before, but I still think that it's not the best keyboard in the market, but it's better than what I thought. The keys might lack a little bit of depth, but they are very responsive, and the sound is quite pleasant. The trackpad is amazing. It's so soft, it's excellent, it's smooth, and it's so easy to use. The screen, its resolution, and its colors are magnificent, but when you're watching a video in high quality, that is even better. This laptop is amazing for that. The colors are vivid, it has a cinematographic look, it makes watching movies or videos amazing. The computer's speakers are out of this world, possibly one of the best features that this laptop has. Sometimes I don't even think about connecting to a speaker to listen to some music. it is just amazing as is right now. The speakers are out of this world. I'm thinking about doing a video more in depth with the technical specifications of this laptop and deeply explaining why each of these features are good, and specifically why they are not, in the sense of a deeply technical review like chips and all of that stuff. This was more of my reaction that probably many other people will experience as well, but I will try to do another one that is more technical and with more nerdy stuff.